Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our podcast. Today, we are going to discuss about the 10 secrets designing social media ads. And this is very important for all businesses because we all are doing ads in social media because this is where our audience, target audience, our customers are. And today we are going to share 10 tips to designing beautiful and effective social media ads. And not just only the designing, we will share more than that. So let's start together. Social media is becoming very effective, for the digital marketing kind of strategies because this is where our target audience is. They use social media every day: Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and others. And those social media ads using with different kind of purpose, objective. For example, like Instagram, people they go to Instagram, they want to see a good image, they want to see interesting images and others. Very creative kind of things. And in LinkedIn, people they want to seek for professional. They share some information that is useful to businesses and to professions. So by knowing which social medias, you know, why your customer are using those social media platform, then you will realize that how you can play around with your ads copy, your ads design, and everything surrounded with your brand, your marketing, your key message that you want to transfer to your target audience. Because those audience are becoming your target customers and you get sales. So without further ado, let's start talking about those secrets. Number one secrets: using smart copy. This is very important for you guys. Using smart copy is the most powerful one, which some of the business, some of the brands they ignore this. You know, try to make sure that your copy is straightforward, very precise. Nothing much, nothing less. Using sense of urgency, telling people that if you don't act now, this promotion will be over or this special offer will be gone. So using those sense of urgencies, make people feel comfortable with your ads, with your marketing, with your products, with your service is very important as well. Write something that is very attract to your audience, and don't forget to add the emoji to the text as well because emoji they add very interesting effect, very eye catchy, and people will feel more emotions. Or for example, if you want to put like angry kind of message, you can use angry emoji. If you want to use like a love kind of message, you can use a heart, like a beautiful heart next to your text. So those kind of emojis give the best like attractions to your audience. And there's much more, but before you start doing ads, please consider using those smart copy because those will give you a lot of like effective result. The next one is that create a great design. Don't post something is boring, don't post something useless, don't post something very low quality. Using illustration can help to emphasize the message that you want to transfer to your audience. Using stock image, if you don't have your own image, you can always use stock image. There are available tons of image on the internet. You can find it. It's for free, it's license free, but make sure you use the license free stock image. This is very important. Beware of the copyright. And if you happen to have your own image, use the high quality one because images is very important to show that how you want to show your products, your service. And if you use the low quality kind of image, it will ruin your brand image as well. And keep it clean and specific and make sure that your ads design is appealing to your audience. For example, if you are selling the product for elder people, your ads must be very specific. The text must be bigger text so people can see it. And if your ad is targeting to kids, so you should use very bright colored, very colorful kind of design so that it's attract to the kids or attract to the parents as well. And it makes sure it to make sure that your design is very appealing and very like appeal to the heart, also appeal to the brand, and make sure that your ad is safe and comfortable. When people looking at it, they feel comfortable, they feel safe. It don't need to it doesn't have to be very aggressive, and please be aware of that. Sorry for this. And you can always find different sources on the internet. For example, if you want to find the stock image, you can check with FreePic, Unsplash, Adobe Stock, Shutterstock, and much more. Some is for free, some is charging you some money, but it worth to pay those cash because you will get a lot of like useful and high quality image for your products, for your service, for your brands. And by getting the design well, you can use some DIY sources like Canva. There are tons of templates out there that you can customize with your brand color, your text, your photos. If you don't know how to design, you can always use Canva or Crello or FreePic. Or maybe if you want to design a very like beautiful presentation, you can use Sligo's. So those DIY sources can help you to create those design, and you always can outsource to others. For example, like outsource to Zoom Design. We provide the print and digital ads. We know how to produce the beautiful ads, attractive ads, professional ads for the brands. And you can outsource to freelancers. You can seek freelancer via Fiverr, Upwork, or freelancers.com. Those are all available sources for you to get the great design for your ads. And please make sure that don't be silly on using the low quality pictures, the low quality design. It's very ruin your brand, and it's very embarrassing. It's not very good for your brand. The next part is the power of hashtag. Hashtag is very powerful. It's you have to make sure that you use a commonly used one, the trendy one. It have to be a popular hashtag that people use it all the time. And you can also create your own trending hashtag, which you create your own trend. For example, like Coca-Cola, you can make it happy, something like that, just an example. So like people will use it as well. So something that you can get those kind of trending hashtag and bring your brand to the public. And remember to always use hashtag with your like your ads copy, your ads copies, and those are really powerful. Designing consistent template is also one of the interesting like technique that you can use for your ads as well. It's to make sure that you can bring your branded content together, and like make it like a brand recognitions. When your audience, your fan, they see your post, they will recognize immediately that, oh, this is your brand. And it's also one of the technique that Zoom Design using for our own marketing as well. We use the very similar template for our branded content. For example, like Monday quote, testimonial, or maybe about our service, those kind of things. And our marketing, they use the same template to save time, so we can create tons of content that is very easy for us to save more time to focus on more works. And also it's well organized as well. When you put every content together, and you can see that those content are very cohesive, very consistent, and very organized. This is the example that I'm showing for Oreo. Like they're using some very consistent image with their products and consistent template, but just change the message, and it very look appealing as well as like very branded. Another one is determine brand visual. It's very important as the business, even though you are small or medium or big, you have to make sure that your ads, it's like the design have to be consistent to one to another, using the same graphic elements, using a branded color palette for your brand, the same fonts for your brand, and those kind of things will create a very professional look, very branding look, and people will recognize it as, oh, you see this post, and okay, they recognize that it's your brand by the color of your brand, by the shape of the graphic element used in the ads. And as an example of Airtel, they using the same circle, this kind of like graphic elements with their color branding, with their font, with their logo placement. The layout is very similar to one to another, so you see it look very consistent and cohesive. It's very good for your brand if you want to keep your business, your brand as one of the quality one. And this is very important nowadays. Like people like to see some like video and motions, because it's very appealing to the audience. So don't forget to use some GIF, or we call it as GIF or GIF, it depends on how you pronounce it, or motion ads, that to add some like attraction to your audience. GIF or GIF or motion ad is a very like attract to the eye, and it's what I call it a scroll stopper. When people scroll to the Facebook or maybe Instagram or LinkedIn, or let's say Facebook, when they see some motions happening there, it feel like people will decide, oh, I have to see something first, or maybe it look interesting. So it also can increase audience rates, increase visitor rate to your website as well. And this is very trendy one, and people love using those GIF and motion ads. Using social proof is very important for your ads. By gaining trust to the customer, building like some information for your brand to be pushing some decision making of the brand as well. And I have show you some example here. Like they showing some numbers that telling people about something that are the fact. And this ads copy, it's telling your audience about how many customer using the similar products or similar service, and how these products and services have the audience, have your customers. And using social proof is very credible, or building a good trust among your audience. And the other one is the power of free. It's very useful. Even in Zoom design, we also use this one as well. Free consultant, free some image, free stock image. Those kind of things is building a very good kind of trigger words that we can trick our audience, our customer, to make the decision faster. Or we can generate a lot of lead into our website by using those key message. But it doesn't mean that we say that we offer for free, let's say free consultant, free stock image, free trial. It doesn't mean that we lie to our audience, but actually we also provide those free that we have mentioned. So if your products or your service can offer something for free, using it, use the power of it. It will drive more sale among your audience. By for example, it's our real case study in our Facebook page. or maybe in our Google ads as well, we use it all the time. We say that we, like free trial for 14 days, free stock image. Those, word is very powerful that we can engage more lead to our websites, and that is very important, and we get more sale. So don't forget to use the word. If your business, if your brand, if your service can offer something for free, you can put it to to the public, let people know, and then you can see the result, how it goes. And use customer testimonial is one of the most powerful ads copy or ads like contents that you can use in your ads. People, they want to know which type of clients you have been acquired. Is there any customer they saying good for your service, or maybe they want to see some testimonial or good word or case study from your customers, from your past customer or your current customers. And it's building the relevant contents amongst your audience. If for example, if your customer they give you the testimonial and you use their good words to your brand or your service, and if your audience happen to have the same business type, and they will say that, oh, okay, this guy using our service or our product, they see some result, maybe I myself have to use it too. So it's build a relevant contents to your audience, and it's a better sales representative. Nothing's compared to this, because even you hire a very technical kind of sales representative, or very good or better sales representative, but nothing compared to this testimonial. Your customer words is the key for you to increase more sales. It's like word of mouth, telling other people. This is very important. And the last part of the secrets that I'm sharing today is call to action, and this is the must. You cannot ignore this. Call to action is very powerful. It can guide the audience for what next, what's the next step. This is very good, and it's increased the conversion rate, the website visitings, and it's call to action. It mostly be called CTA, call to actions. You can use CTA in your copy text, you can use in your ads poster, ads banner, or in your headline. So the audience will know what to do next after seeing your ads. They will, okay, after seeing this ad, I have to click now, or go to the store now and claim your reward, something like that. It's one thing that you should not miss in your ads copy of your design. And that's not it. I'm also providing some extra tips for you guys as well, to besides using those 10 secrets for your ads copy, ads design, you have to understand the different types of ads format for each of the social media as well. It's very important. If you create the ads but you don't know what format that you can play around with, it's not so good. If you understand the different formats, different type of the ad that you can play around between each content, for example, like in Facebook, what type of ad we can use, what type of format, what type of there's a lot of it. And in LinkedIn as well, in Instagram as well, there are a lot of ads format that you can play around, and it shows some creativity. So I'm sharing now with some link and text that you can find to see some Facebook's ad size, the template, the format that you can use it. There's a lot, like carousel ads, there are square ads, there are collection ads, story ads. Those format need to be with exact size, so you can use it effectively in your Facebook channel. And don't always use the same ad poster. Don't try to play around with those ads format. Is very important. LinkedIn also have different format as well that you can use. It's somehow you can see the ads on the newsfeed, somehow on the right column, somehow you can open your LinkedIn messenger and you can see some ads from different companies. So those are called the ads format that you can use. And also with Twitter, you can see some interesting poster, interesting format that you can play around with the text, with the photo. Some businesses they use the same poster for different channels. It's a cookie mistakes. They use the poster that they use the poster design for Facebook, and they post it on LinkedIn or they post it on Twitter. It's not good. I mean, you can do it, yes, but if you want your Twitter channel to look good or your LinkedIn channel to look good, you have to use LinkedIn format ads or Twitter format ads, because it show the interface, it show differently, and how it work with the mobile phone and how it work with the desktop is it show differently. Pinterest, some business they do advertisement on Pinterest. It's the platform for creativity. You can see some idea, you can check some idea. If you are the interior company, you have to use Pinterest, because people search for inspiration, search for idea in Pinterest. So if they can bump into your image, they will know your brand. So utilize the Pinterest ads, the format for your brand. It's very important. And YouTube as well, there are thumbnail, there are different size for desktop view, for TV view, for mobile view. So you have to use it right. It is very important that you use it right, because when people they use their phone, and then your ads, it's work for the desktop or the TV in YouTube, so they cannot see your contents clearly, or some of your interesting content will miss out. So you have to use the right format. Instagram also has its own ad specs specification. Snapchat. In Cambodia, not a lot of the audience using Snapchat, but beside that, there's like in Singapore, people using Snapchat and others. And there's more social channels that you can play around with. Some business are relevant with TikTok. It's very popular right now. It's the most trending one. And Telegram as well. Telegram is not just only the communication platform, but it's the best place for you to promote your business as well. Here is the tip that how Zoom Design can get more leads with our Telegram channel. So our sales team, they go on doing some market research or lead collections with others channels, for example like Twitters or LinkedIn or Facebook. And after that, we asking the contact from our leads to make sure that we can update them any information later on. And Telegram is very useful, and it's very common use for professions in professionalisms in Cambodia communications, business to business, profession to profession. They always communicate and work through Telegram. So every people they have Telegram account, and we collect up those Telegram account from our leads, even though they are not deciding to use our service right now, but we keep their contacts in the Telegram, and I would like to call it as a teleletter. Whenever we send the update of our promotions or offer or any new or interesting topics that we want to share to the lead, we always share through Telegram. This is the strategy that we use for our Cambodian audience, and it's very useful. And then we get some lead coming back, and they see our ads, they see our message, and it's build a good sense of customization or personalization. It's very important for advertisement, and that's how we can generate more leads. Not just only use Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn, but we use more than that. So please utilize different channels if you like to try different channel to see how the result goes. and don't just stick to one channels. Try to play with different channels to make sure that you can, grab more leads, increase more sales. That's really important for your business. And thank you so much for today. I hope it's not too short, and I try to express everything right now. I try to tell everything right now. If you still have questions with this, you can always email to us at hello@zoom.biz, or you can go to visit our website to see more information about Zoom designs. And see you next week. And I hope that you enjoyed this video, this podcast, and goodbye.